This year, as news editor, I've overseen us breaking stories that have been picked up by the national media, including the recent ski trip scandal and the expose of a former field hospital doctor who appointed to the college board. Next year, if I'm elected, I want to continue this good work, continue to unearth stories that hold college, government and the SU to account. I also want to hold SU town hall meetings right here in the GMB. This, I feel, will be a practical, tangible step to bridge the gap between the SU and student voters.
The first thing that, as communication officer, I would like to do is to make sure that we establish a bridge between the student union and the student body. By doing this, I will be doing twittering from the SU meetings so that you have the information all online. So you don't have to go to town hall meetings, you don't have to do anything. You can go on the website, check your MyZone, check your Facebook, and check your University Times website. So it's quickly and efficiently getting you the information.
Well, from the communications point of view, one of the main ideas I have to get students more involved in SU decision making is to organise SU town hall meetings in the GMB on the big issues and invite high profile guest speakers to come to those. Any student speakers that want to have their say can do so, and the conclusions drawn from those meetings will be instrumental then in SU policy decision making.
I would say that I'm kind of a little bit different than that. I think people have a lot on their plates already. With lectures and things, so I would try and get people tweeting in the SU, saying how, you know, the decisions, how they're being made, who's been making them, when they're making them. I would also say that I was trying to get more people involved in the newspaper by having workshops and seminars so that people can come to them and learn how to write and get the quality of the newspaper up to the next level.
There's a huge opportunity to recruit people in the Freshers Week of every year, but I think because of the success of the paper this year, especially in news, sports, features, in every section really, even UT Culture was great as well, we'll have a holdover of the staff who have enjoyed working this year, and in fairness a lot of those have committed to working for the paper next year if I'm the editor.
But I would say that you need to get that new talent, to kind of nurture that talent and be able to get new people involved in it as well. It's not just about the old system of having the old people in there. They're great, and we can develop that through the workshops and the seminars by having people, having people coming in and talking about it, having people from RTE, from the Irish Times, and kind of developing the kind of talent we already have, but also get more people involved so that we get more voices.
Well, the editorial of this team this year have proven themselves. I mean, for example, for news, I was a news editor this year, so I'll speak for news because I can't really speak for any of the other editors. But for news editor in the news section this year, we had 5-6 stories that were picked up by the national media, by the Irish Times, by RTE, our coverage of the student protest, the survey that was leaked to us about academic dissatisfaction with restructuring. All these stories were picked up by the national news media, and I think that's a good sign. I mean, that's a great indicator that we're doing good work, and if we can keep those people on next year, if we can keep the journalists like Ronan Costello on next year to keep unearthing stories that hold college, government and the SU to account when needs be, then that's great. I don't see any problem with that. Of course we're going to recruit new people. I mean, we have some great first years this year, like Jack Lee, people like that, Ian Kern and features. These are great people to take on. So hopefully next year we'll have a new intake of first years, or second years, third years, fourth years who haven't been involved before, and we'll just expand on the great work we've done this year.
But how are you going to do that though?
How we do that?
Yeah, because
we'll run a stand in Freshers Week.
But that's been done.
Well, that's been done before. We can recruit people. Yeah, but we can recruit people with social media, as was done this year. We'll have a poster campaign, flyer campaign. We'll have T-shirts in Freshers Week to recruit people, and from there, I can't see recruitment being a problem.
I think that you're correct that having the people that are already working in the University Times, it's really important to have that kind of expertise. But it's also important to have, I think, to produce that quality newspaper, you have to make sure that there's a kind of an intake of a lot of people and a lot of voices.
Yeah.
So I would do that. I would do something different, is to have those seminars and those workshops, so that be able to teach people how's best, you know, how it's great to do.
Well, to be honest, we had that this year. We did have a workshop at the start of the year. There was a style sheet given out to everyone. Journalists that were coming in were told about the pyramid structure of news story, things like that. Maybe you're doing TN as well, but University Times did have workshops this year. We did have a workshop at the start of the year for new writers, and any writers that were taken in from first year were trained on the job. They were, taken care of, and they were encouraged to be creative, encouraged to come up with their own stories, and that's why the University Times has been a success this year, I think, anyway.
No, I think it's a great paper, but I think it can be brought up to a higher level, and I think that's what I can do.
I think there's always room for improvement.
Definitely.
But I think as student newspapers go this year, the University Times has been, I would say, unrivaled. Even by TN, in fairness. We've broken a lot more stories this year that have gone to the national stage than you guys.
Well, Trinity News, I work in, I can't say for the rest of the sections, but I'm just saying that the sports column from my section, I thought we did a great job, and my team were brilliant, and I was very inclusive to be able to have a great team involvement, and to get the photographers, to get that competition going, so that allows people to produce a higher quality.
Yeah.
And I think it's great to have the involvement from everyone that I worked with.
I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying. I'm just saying that we've done all those things this year. We're going to improve on them. I'm bringing new ideas to the job, apart from just recruiting new people. You have to have a total solution to these problems, and by that I mean you use all the various media tools that you have at your disposal. So the University Times will be used, not in a kind of campaigning way, like it's not the Sun newspaper. You don't have a big badge on a story saying this is part of the campaign. We're obviously biased here. You just report the facts, and if it's a story like the nurse students dispute, then the story will speak for itself. But from the communication point of view, you use video, which I really want to do next year. Use video, so you'll interview, say, nursing students who are affected by it. You bring a personal angle to the story, so that people really see this is affecting real people now.
I think that you're right, that you use all the tools that you have available. Particularly the nursing issue is an issue that I actually saw in one of the student council meetings, my first one I actually went to, and I saw that it was an issue, but it was only a minority of people that knew about it, and I thought, it would be great to have someone tweeting that and saying, look, have you heard about this, and having the nurses students like tweeting back and being able to have that connection with people and have that real story of how that cut will affect those people. And I think I would do a great job at being able to, as a communication officer, to produce that to the people and be like, these are the issues, and make it sure it goes into the national press as well.
I mean, you said you're different to all candidates who've run for it before, and presumably you're including me in that.
Well, are you including yourself there?
But you said that you're bringing new ideas to it, that you're bringing a fresh take on it, things like that. But to be honest, your focus seems to be on the new talent here. And you said that we should develop old talent as well, and that's fair enough, I'll give you that. No, but you've also, I don't think there's been a paucity of kind of tangible, practical ideas that you put forward here, apart from developing new talent. For example, communication side of you've not put forward an idea, say like the town hall meeting or something like that, something practical. Because this, to me, it sounds like every communications officer that's run before, you say you want to bring students into it, you say you want to involve them maybe in policy. Actually, you've not said anything about policy making. And you say you want to bring students into it, but yet there's no concrete solution here, apart from...
Well, do you want me to answer that? Yeah, okay, well, I think that getting people involved, allowing people to have that kind of new standard of being able to, how shall I say this? I am different than other people because I'm not involved in one particular thing in college. I am a best student, I do politics, I am president of lacrosse, I play for Ireland for lacrosse. I'm involved with so many different aspects in college that I don't bring one view, and I wouldn't stop people, I have policies. There's twittering from the SU. You have said nothing about getting people involved. I think people are bored with the idea of coming to kind of meetings and gatherings where they probably feel that they can already go to the SU meetings. Why would they bother to come to a different issue?
But that's exactly why I proposed the town hall meeting. It'll be in the GMB, it's doors open.
But
it's
they
not,
have it down at the Hamilton.
The
right?
council?
Yeah.
No, that's primarily for class reps. There is an implied invitation to everyone. I know you came to the last one, I saw you. But anyone will be able to come to the GMB. It's a much more public location, whereas the Hamilton, you run through SU business as per usual.
But
it's like a committee meeting, whereas the town hall meetings will be discussing issues with people who know what they're talking about, and then with student contributions at the end.
Do not the SU know what they're talking about?
No, I mean like high profile guest speakers.
I think people having information that is, the student reps are their representation of the student body, and the council are important in that respect, that they get those issues. And having someone there being able to tweet it, being able to get the information out, put it on the website, put in videos and things like that.
Like
this is that's the same thing. You know, we've got limited tools at our disposal, but I think that I've come up with more creative ways of getting people involved in it.
What you said is, if you hear something at SU Council that's significant, you'll tweet it.
Well, I know. I think we should get a reporter. We should get a reporter.
We'll video it, we'll tweet it, we'll put it on the formatted Facebook page, like my campaign page will hopefully be formatted. Professionally designed, like a website, and then we'll embed these videos on it. I think
that's nothing new either.
I think I've come up with a more complete solution to the communications issue.
Okay.
Sorry. And from the ideas point of view as well.
I think. Okay, now you've slung some mud at me. I will retaliate. No.
Well, we're just going to be having a debate.
Yeah, no. You were saying that I have no policies. This is a big issue. I think I have come up with good policies, and that I am different to other people because these policies haven't been done before. You're doing exactly the same thing that you did a couple of years ago.
No one has ever said we should have a town hall meeting.
A town hall meeting?
No one has ever increased the
I think we're not going to agree with a town hall meeting because we're quite different on that respect. I think people want their information like this, I think they want it on their iPhones, they want it on, tweeted on Facebook and on there faster and getting their information in a kind of coherent way for them to listen to.
You're saying that like I haven't advocated that. I have. I've come up with a multi-pronged solution to getting the SU's message out there. The way you would put it, you think I was just going to ring a bell outside the GMB and just hope that people come. These things are going to get out, these meetings will get out to Facebook, Twitter and everywhere else via the new media. It's just that I want to bring this personal approach into it as well and bring in the expert opinions.
Yeah, well, I would kind of disagree with that. With that fact, I think people are too busy.
We'll have to agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree because I think people are too busy. I think that they want their information quick, and that I hopefully will be able to make it in a way that it will be an effective way of giving them the information about what's going on in college directly, quickly, efficiently, and make sure that they do have an input. I said that I was going to come up with a forum that they can directly go to the editor so that people can post comments on there and say, look, this is what's bothering me now, look, this is an issue.
Like the Times online website?
Pardon?
Like the Times online website?
Well, yeah, a little bit more kind of personal, I think, would be a nice touch. I think also having editors. Well, you've said Facebook, but that's another one. When we finish, I said that the editors would be able to have a personal profile as well, so that they'd be able to say, this is an editor of the sports section, this is an editor of the college news. Would you like to directly get involved in this? This is a picture of them, to directly link them from the face and the name and the email address. This is an issue I can go to this person about, and it would be a great way of getting more people involved.
Satisfaction in me.